EA has completely tarnished John Madden's legacy with what is probably the worst Madden game to ever be released. Hey gamer girls, my name is Gunty and today we're talking about Madden 23, but before we get into it, please consider subscribing. This is a brand new channel for me and every single time that number goes up it helps me out greatly. So Madden released its 2023 installment in the franchise. The game isn't fully out just yet, it's just the 10-hour trial for EA Play members to get a shot at trying it out. I think also if you pre-order the game, you have the ability to play it early in that 10-hour trial period. I believe it releases later this week on Friday like games normally do. I did not buy this game, I did not pre-order it, I'm just doing the free trial available with Xbox Game Pass. Trust me, I learned my lesson with EA games in general not to pre-order or buy their shit. It always ends up bad being rushed like this game absolutely was. One other thing I want to get out of the way here, my gameplay is in the background, I am trash at the game. I don't pretend to be good at Madden, I don't play competitively, I don't put any money into Ultimate Team. I mainly just play the franchise mode where you basically get to build a team with existing players, pretty casual, just like pretending to be a NFL football coach. It's fun, it fulfills the fantasy usually in the regular games, but this one is bad. Franchise mode still sucks, it's still completely broken. I don't know if you guys have noticed in the last couple installments, when you do the fantasy draft, which is an option for franchise mode, you tend to see the same players on the draft board over and over. You have Tom Brady going in the 3rd round, you have Harrison Smith sitting there until the 6th round. It's all the same as it's been for the past 2 games for franchise mode. Really bad, really shitty, really sucks. But the other modes aren't much better. Ultimate Team is a godless mess. Continuously, forever and always, it will be a godless mess. Full of microtransactions and other bullshittery. Outside of that, the My Player mode I'm not even going to touch because it's cancer. 2K really just ran that shit into the ground. I miss being able to play as a fullback, but now everything has to have cutscenes and a story, and it's incredibly boring and uninterested. They really need to go back to just letting you play games as your player, but it doesn't look like we're going to be getting that option anytime soon. There's also just a bunch of other just random laziness that's thrown across all over the game. Things like player models. I don't know if you've noticed in this gameplay, but for some reason, the punter Presley Harvin has the build type of the world's fattest lineman. That's not what he looks like in real life, but for some reason they messed that up in this game. Animations are broken, especially on Lamar Jackson. It seems like he just teleports across the field and is going to get 50 yards every time he rushes, for God knows why. Who knows? I don't know. He's magic, black people magic, something like that. There's also a bunch of typos everywhere all the time. Certain players who have the same name will have the wrong first name displayed and said by the commentators. Speaking of commentators, the commentating continues to get worse. They say the same things over and over again, and they've said the same things for the past 4 games. You basically know the lines that are going to come out of these guys' mouths, and it's so annoying. The music, while it's gotten a couple of okay tracks, the music still sucks for a Madden game. The music in Madden used to be so varied, so diverse, so interesting, like multiple different genres, but now it's just the same 5 or 6 rap songs on repeat over and over and over again. And don't get me wrong, some of them are good, but it doesn't feel there's enough songs there, and I feel like I'm hearing the same song every time I'm in the menu. I know the ratings have already been done to death in the lead up to the game's release, but it really just seems like they took the player ratings from last year and just imported them again. Some of them don't make any sense at all. Trey Lance is going to be the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, what is likely going to be a super explosive team. They've done great in the preseason, their training camp looks promising, and the dude's a 71 in the game, which is absolutely ridiculous. Ultimately, when it gets down to it, this is incredibly disrespectful to the legacy of John Madden. They've got him plastered all over this game, everywhere. He's all over the menu. The first game you start up is like this Madden tribute game, and it's a spit in the face. I mean, if I was his estate, I'd be kind of pissed about this. This isn't what you would want your legacy to be displayed up there with. It's just ridiculous. It's bad. Don't buy this game is the short version that Too Long Didn't Read. It's bad. It's definitely one of the worst ones in the past couple of years. It continues to get worse and worse. And I'm just glad I can put this video out ahead of time. Thanks, EA, for allowing the 10-hour trial for me to be able to tell people that this game sucks and they shouldn't buy it. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you like this kind of stuff, I do it often. I try to upload as much as I possibly can, so please consider subscribing. And if that's a little too much for you, please just leave a like or comment what you think about the game. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.